Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jay and today I am going to talk about these succulents right here. I have some string of tears and I've been growing this for about a year. So as you see them here, I've already potted them up, and this is how much I have. But I will show you the before video of how I switched them out. And I have some string of hearts as well right here, all potted up. I've grown this for about a year now, and originally it was just a tiny one little string, but now I have quite a bit. So let's get into the video of me potting them up and also showing you how I propagate a string of hearts. So as you can see, I have them in my DIY pots here, and they've grown quite a lot because I went from just a tiny string. I bought it from somebody who also had very little, so it was about half of this when I got it. Okay, so I think you can see how much I actually have in a year. So it's been easy for me to propagate. I do keep it in the shade. I do not have it in the sun. I don't know if other people are growing it in the sun, but mine is thriving in the shade. And as you can see, I have grown it quite a lot for a year's time. From a tiny little one, I have so many. So I'm going to propagate it today and put it in my DIY planter over there, which I cut from a water bottle, a 20-liter water bottle. So I'm going to show you what I want to do is I'm tired of them being all over the place. So I want them to actually fill up that planter that I made. And I'll show you how easy it is. I just tug on this one and it seems to come out easily. Be careful pulling them because you could break them, but as you can see, there it is. And I had put it in this little pot, and usually I give these away to friends or I give them away as presents, but I'm going to plant that. You can see it has roots and a little tuber, so it's been in here for a couple of months. So I'm just gonna stick it in the soil and just cover it up. So I want to put like maybe 6 or 7 in there because I want that pot to be nicely covered and very full in a couple of months, at least 6 months. So this one as well, as you can see, has a tuber, and I just put my soil mixture is quite soft, so just push it down. Don't worry, I'm not breaking it. It is very delicate, but it's not breaking. And I have a tuber in here as well. And these tubers will grow along the stem. They will grow into a string. You just have to pop it in some soil, and 3 weeks or so, it should, 3 to 4 weeks, it should pop out a couple of leaves for you. So I'll show you how you just kind of put it on top of the soil. Make sure to push all the roots into the soil and leave just a little bit of it showing. This is what I've done before, so, and it's worked. So just cover the sides nicely with a bit of soil. And I'm gonna take this one out. As you can see, it's actually quite long, and it was maybe half of this when I put it in here a couple months ago, so it's growing quite well. Just take the tuber out. This one's got a good sized tuber, as you can see. It's quite long as well, so it should have no problem me transplanting it at all. So just push it in gently and put some soil around it because it's quite long. So I'm just going to put some of the stem in the soil. And if you do put this part of the string in the soil, it will eventually root and grow and fill up the pot nicely. So these 3 are done. Just checking to see if I have any more tubers in there, and I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and move a couple more from my other DIY planter. I want to put 6 or 7. This way I can fill up this pot in 6 months. I hope I will have it almost completely full. It hasn't given me any trouble, any problems. As you can see, most of them have these little tubers. I'm always, as I've gone along, I've been trying just disconnecting, not disconnecting, but taking off a piece and sticking it in the soil. And they've been growing for me. I've had no problems. I haven't had any of them fail to root. I do not use any rooting hormone, but I do keep it in the shade. And I think this originally was the mama. As you can see, the tuber is quite big. And like I was saying, you see the little leaf that's growing on the side? It's giving out another string right there. So if you do find a tuber, you can plant it on its own, and it will go ahead and give you another plant. I'm going to show you how I propagated it previously as well by just cutting off a piece. A lot of people say you have to cut it right at the node and take off a few of the leaves. I do not do that. I just break it. I'll show you what I do here. So this one's quite long, and I just snip it anywhere in the middle. And I'll show you how I put it into the soil. So just break it. You can use scissors. A lot of people don't like doing that, but I've been doing it and it's been fine. And usually the roots will grow right where you see the leaves, because there's a little node where the leaves are. So I just go ahead and stick it in the pot. These don't need to callus or anything like that. You just stick them right into the soil right away, because you can even grow these in water. For water, I do advise that you take the leaves off, and at least the first 4 leaves, take those off and dunk it in water, and it should root for you. But I find that it roots faster in soil, so I just stick it in just like that, and it'll root for me. And I will show you in a couple of weeks. I will come back to these and show you how they've rooted, and how easy it is. So I just go ahead and stick it in just like this. Make sure to push it down a little bit and leave the leaf sticking out a little bit, and it should root for me no problem. So I think I'm done with this one. As you can see, I have 7. So these should grow quite well. I'll give them a couple of weeks. I'll add another one in here. There we go. So I'll have to find a place to hang this one. And this is one of my DIY pots that I made from cement. One of these days I'll post a video how I make these pots. I made it out of cement, painted it, and put some gray flowers. So I'm going to use this one for my string of tears, which is, I showed you earlier, is struggling in this pot right here. It seems to have a little bugs on it in the soil, so I do want to refresh it. And these have also outgrown these pots, as you can see, so I am going to go ahead and take those out and put them in the other in my cement pot. So very easy to take them out. They do have shallow roots. String of tears and string of hearts have very shallow. Most of the string of things have very shallow roots. So you don't need to put them in very deep pots. You could just put them in shallow pots. So just stick it in there like that. As you can see, it's grown. Actually, I only used one little string and it has grown so much in the last couple of months. I used one little string and it's been maybe 4 months to 5 months, and look at how much it's grown. I think it's less than for 5 months. It's probably 3 to 4 months. So it's quite easy to grow. I also keep this one in the shade. I find that most of the string of things like to be grown in the shade, except for Ruby Necklace. Ruby Necklace doesn't mind the sun, so I have that one out in full sun. So hopefully in 6 months, this pot will also be full, and I'll put it up somewhere so it can just hang on the sides. Just pushing it down. This doesn't want to stay. I'm going to put a little stone on there so to kind of hold it down. I've had no issues planting them this way, as you can see. That's why I'm just doing it very easily. So these are struggling. We'll go ahead and change these as well. Refresh the soil, since I've had that one in there for about a year, I think. And I'm replanting just another one in here. This is the size I normally plant, and in 4 months I'll have maybe 3 or 4 of these. So I do water these a little bit more than I water my other succulents. These seem to love the water. String of things seem to love the water more than other big leaf succulents like echeverias, graptopetalums, and so I do water these a little bit more than I water my other succulents. So far, they've been thriving. I've been told that cinnamon keeps away slugs and also bugs, mealy bugs and stuff like that. So lately, I have been trying out cinnamon. I'm not 100% sure yet how effective it is. So far, it seems okay, but I want to give it another couple of months, and I will come back to you guys and tell you if it's 100% works or no, or not. So this is how I usually do it. Just stick it in there. And I won't water these for a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days. You can water them since they already have roots, but I won't water mine for about 3. On the 4th day, 5th day, I will water them. So as you can see, these will grow out, and eventually I will put them in bigger pots, and I'm going to refresh this one as well. Seems to be struggling and drying a little bit, so probably needs some fresh soil and some fresh fertilizer. So this is my pot that I have already potted up. This is one of I bought this one, but I painted it myself. So I try to do some different and unique things. Thank you for visiting my channel. I'll see you again soon.